Good evening. My name is Andrew Crisafulli, the proud athletic director of Dartmouth High School, and I'm excited to welcome you to our Fall 2025 preseason informational meeting. We are all united by a single goal: to ensure a successful, positive, and memorable experience for our student athletes. This presentation will cover our core values, key policies, and expectations for the upcoming season. Following this presentation, you can join a sport-specific meeting in a Zoom breakout room where coaches will provide team-specific information. Our welcome and overview is this evening's agenda is simple. We will start with a broad overview of our department's mission and vision, and then we'll dive into the specifics of our core values and how they apply both on and off the field. We'll review most of the important rules and protocols from our athletic handbook, discuss our communication channels, and cover important topics like medical policies and user fees. Finally, we'll talk about our expectations for everyone, our staff, student athletes, and you as family members to ensure we have a great season. Just a few quick ground rules for our presentation tonight. To keep things running smoothly, please keep your microphone on mute. If you have any questions, you can post them in the Zoom chat feature, and we'll do our best to address your questions by the end. Also, please be aware that this presentation is being recorded, so your screen may be visible. Our mission, vision, and core values. These important statements were written, developed, and aligned to our new Dartmouth Public Schools strategic plan. At Dartmouth High School Athletics, we see what we do as an extension of the classroom. Our mission is to foster the holistic development of our student athletes. This isn't just about winning games. It's about providing a safe, inclusive, and supportive environment where our student athletes can grow through teamwork, discipline, and sportsmanship. We partner with our coaches, staff, and families to help them become responsible, confident, and compassionate leaders. Our vision is to prepare student athletes for success in life, cultivating a culture of excellence and community pride that develops well-rounded individuals ready to thrive long after they graduate. Our core values, our department is guided by these, which we've summarized with the acronym PRIDE. P is for personal excellence and responsibility. We want our student athletes to strive for excellence in both academics and athletics and take ownership of their actions. R is for respect for self and others. This is about promoting sportsmanship, fairness, and dignity for everyone involved in our programs. I is for inclusivity, equity, and belonging. We are deeply committed to creating a welcoming environment where every single student athlete feels valued and empowered. D is for diverse opportunities and student voice, which we encourage our student athletes to explore new things, develop their leadership skills, and actively participate. And finally, E is for ethical and accountable conduct. We expect honesty, integrity on the field, in the classroom, and in our community. Upholding these values is non-negotiable. Any lapses in conduct, behavior, language, or attitude will be reviewed. Progressive consequences may be applied, and all decisions will be made with thoughtful consideration for the well-being of our student athlete, the cohesion and culture of the team, and the integrity of the athletic program. Our department rules, our athletic handbook is the official guide for our department. All participants must understand the rules, regulations, and expectations outlined within it. The handbook serves as a comprehensive resource for all policies. We will provide a digital copy to all families via Parent Square, and the document will also be posted on our new athletics website. So, highlighted rules and protocols. For this meeting, we're going to go over and highlight a few of the most critical rules and protocols from the handbook that we feel are important to review with everyone. Our first one is attendance. To be eligible to participate in any practice, game, or event, A student athlete must be present for at least 3 of their 5 full academic classes on that day. Attendance during PACE period does not count towards this requirement, and details on what constitutes an excused absence from seat time are listed in the student handbook. Next, our academic eligibility. For a student athlete to be eligible, they must have a passing grade of 65 or higher in 5 or more classes of their most recent published report card. For our fall sports, this means student athletes must have earned 5 credits from the previous school year. A bona fide team member. Our bona fide team member rule is a key MIAA policy. A bona fide team member is a student athlete who is consistently present and actively participates in all practices, tryouts, and competitions. This rule states that a student athlete may not miss a school practice or competition to participate in a non-school athletic event in the same MIAA sport. We also can't make special accommodations like late arrivals or early dismissals for non-school programs. The consequences are progressive, with the first offense is a 1-game suspension, and a second offense is a suspension for 25% of the season, which includes playoffs. We will discuss waivers on an individual basis, but only in true extenuating circumstances. Our chemical health policy is straightforward, which is another MIAA rule. The use of alcohol, tobacco, including vapes, marijuana, steroids, and other controlled substances is prohibited at all times. There is an exception for legal prescribed medication, and it's important to clarify the guilt by association rule. Simply being present at a violation does not constitute a violation for the student athlete. Penalties for a first violation result in the loss of 25% of contests, and subsequent violations are more severe. Unserved penalties will carry over to the next season, or a year of non-participation would close the penalty. Athletic event conduct is we expect our student athletes to understand that athletic events are an extension of the school day. This means the same standards of behavior outlined in the student handbook apply at all times. Any violations will be reviewed by school administration, and disciplinary action will follow established school policies. Transportation, a quick note for away games. Our student athletes are required to travel to and from the event on the school-provided bus. We will only grant exceptions to our transportation rules with a written request from a parent and only in extenuating circumstances. Please be aware that for some off-campus practices or games, such as golf, ice hockey, and sailing, families are responsible for transportation. For those student athletes who drive, please ensure that you are following all junior operator laws. We do have after-school buses available to transport student athletes to Dartmouth Middle School or Dartmouth High School for practices and games if needed, and those specific bus numbers will be shared with all families via Parent Square early this week. Additional department information. Let's move on to some additional but still very important information concerning athletics. Equipment. We issue equipment and uniforms to our student athletes, and they are responsible for their proper care and security. Lost items usually happen when they are left unattended, so we recommend student athletes keep their equipment in their locked lockers or secured room. Please know that if equipment is lost and not returned, the student athlete will be responsible for the replacement cost. Failure to return equipment or pay for the loss of the equipment could prevent future participation and maybe even delay a student athlete's diploma. If a student athlete decides to leave a team mid-season, all school-issued equipment must be returned immediately. Commitment to a team. Our athletic program requires a significant commitment. We expect full attendance at all practices, games, and team activities, including on weekends and during school vacations. This level of dedication is key to both individual and team success, and we want every student athlete to evaluate their ability to make this commitment before they sign on, as it's a crucial part of being a team member at Dartmouth High School. Let's talk about communication and the channels of communication that we use to keep you informed. First, our website. We're currently in the process of launching a new website, dartathletics.org, which will be live by mid-September. This new site will be your one-stop shop for everything you need, including staff contacts, our online calendar, schedules, bus times, user fee payment links, rosters, and much more. Until the new site is ready, please use Arbiter Live for game schedules and bus times. For the day-to-day schedules, coaches will be using a shared Google Sheet. This is an effective tool to keep everyone updated on the latest practice and game times and locations. A link to this sheet was shared with all families last week via Parent Square. And when our new website is complete, the sheet will be linked to it. Parent Square, we respectfully ask that all parents download the Parent Square app if you have not already, and all students download the Parent Square app, Student Square app. This is our primary communication tool for important school-wide and team-specific updates. So please, if you have not downloaded the respective Parent Square, either a parent or a student athlete, please prioritize doing so. For our medical questions and concerns, our athletic trainer is Kathy Thornton, and her email address is on this slide. Kathy handles injury treatment, clearance, and our head injury protocols, required physicals, and sway testing. Kathy is contracted to Dartmouth High School through South Coast Hospitals, and she is a tremendous asset to our student athletes, coaches, staff members, and families. She will share a detailed medical information letter with our protocols this week to all families via Parent Square. Regarding user fees, the amount is $50 per student athlete per season. If a student athlete participates in both a fall and winter sport, the fee is reduced to $25 for the spring. You can pay by check or through our online payment portal, which is on the town's website. It is very important to note that paying the user fee does not in any way guarantee playing time. What families can expect from our athletic staff. We are committed to fostering a positive and transparent environment. We will communicate the program's philosophy, set clear expectations for behavior and effort, and provide timely information about schedules, equipment, and other sport-specific details. We will also maintain transparency in our disciplinary actions and notify both student athletes and, when appropriate, their parents about any actions that affect participation. How can I support my student athlete? As families, your support is invaluable and directly contributes to the success of our programs. You can help your student athlete by communicating respectfully, notifying coaches promptly of any scheduling conflicts, and encourage student athletes to commit to the team. Most importantly, please model positive behavior and sportsmanship and support your student athletes with patience and encouragement, especially through the challenges of athletic participation. What we expect from parents. Building on that, we have clear expectations for our parents and families. Please communicate respectfully and address concerns directly with our staff. Also, please read and review all athletic department communications. It is important to know that appropriate and inappropriate topics or discussions with coaches. You should feel free to discuss your student athletes' welfare, their improvement, or any conduct concerns. However, we will not discuss playing time, team strategy, or the performance of other student athletes in the program, as these are direct decisions left to the coaching staff. Conflict resolution. To help with this, we have a clear chain of command for conflict resolution, which is detailed in our athletic handbook. The first and foremost step is for the student athlete to speak directly to their coach. We believe that effective communication can resolve most issues before they escalate. Topics that the athletic director will not discuss. So as the athletic director, there are two main topics that I will not discuss. The first is student athlete playing time and their role in the program. Coaches determine these things based on a variety of factors, including skill, effort, attitude, commitment, and program needs. The second is team strategies and coaching decisions. Game plans, lineups, substitutions, and in-game decisions are all left to the coaching staff. Spectator expectations. Finally, a quick review of fan and spectator expectations is we want you to cheer with pride and support our student athletes in a positive manner. Please show respect to opposing teams, coaches, and officials. We ask that you refrain from coaching from the stands and allow our coaches to lead without interference. Consequences for inappropriate behavior include removal from the event, and repeated or serious violations may result in suspension. Please avoid any actions that could embarrass our student athletes, our school, and/or our town. The closing reminder is simple. Please keep the spirit of the game alive through respect, support, and sportsmanship. And our final slide in summary. Dartmouth Athletics is dedicated to promoting a positive, respectful, and competitive environment. By following these guidelines we've discussed tonight, we can ensure a successful experience for our student athletes. I would like to thank you so much for your support and commitment to our athletic program at Dartmouth High School, and we look forward to a great season. Now let's move on to your sport-specific breakout sessions with your coaches.